just passed, it passed by pretty quickly, and it made me think back about all the storms that I've had in my life that passed just as quickly as that. Bear with me a moment. I was thinking back about those things and how quickly a storm can pass. And in the past few years, this has been the longest storm that I've ever known. Not just the past 2 with the cancer, but the past 8 years and just trying to be a dad in today's world. There are so many forces that are going against our children in their childhoods, and it is so difficult to be the dads that our children need and deserve, and that God would have us be. But you must stay the course and keep going, because just like this storm that just passed, this one will pass also. Update on the cancer treatments, or the situation itself. I've got another scan coming up on the 18th, and so far, these cells, it started in my throat, and then it went to my lungs, and I got tumors in my lungs. They found something on the back of my neck and on the back of my head, and but through it all, by locating these tumors and starting the treatments when I did, they have at the least stopped growing. We'll see what the scans are doing now. The last few months, since the weather started changing, between the combination of the treatments and the weather, it has been very harsh on my body. And but I've also been through this alone. Now, when I say alone, I mean because I'm the only one that lives in my home. And but I've not been alone. I've not been alone. Every one of you that send me words of encouragement, it has been such an uplifting thing to have when you have someone that can do that, when you don't have contact with other people. Now, I do have contact with other people. I go to church, and I go to the hospital, and I go to the store. Those are the 3 places that I get to see other people, and I value those moments highly. If I get you on the phone, I might not get you off. You might have to say, Gary, I gotta go. I love it, but I run my mouth simply because it just don't really speak to other people. I got cats. The reason I don't have a dog is because I don't have a fence. I'm not going to have a dog if I can't keep it on my own property. But I'm rambling again, and I just want to ask you to keep you in my prayers, that we're going to get some good results. I'm going to beat this. My son is depending on me. I'll keep going, and eventually this storm will pass too. I think it's right at about 445 days now that I've not seen him, but more importantly, that he's not seen his dad. I'm his earthly dad. His heavenly Father is waiting on him, and he's watching all of us. And when we go through trials and we go through hardships, try to see them as a blessing. Try to use them as something that's going to make you a better person, a better mom, a better dad, a better teenager. We sure do waste a lot of our life on our youth by foolish decisions. Who of us has not done that? What's sad is when we continue to do that when we get older. But I want to give a big shout out to a cousin of mine. He just sent me a story, and I'm going to put that in. It's in the comments below. I want you to read that story and think back. Let go of anything that you might be dealing with. If you can it's like a 3-minute read, I think, maybe 5 at the most, if you're a slow reader like me. But let go of the challenging things that's happening with you today. If you can read it, and let let this story take you back in the thoughts of your past that that are good, that are great, and see where you had so much when you had actually had so little, but yet you didn't realize what you had. And those little things can become so valuable when we understand what a blessing that hardships, suffering, and loss or things that you don't have, what a blessing those things are. This is a blessing. It really is. But I'm going to defeat this, and hopefully by spring, well, not hopefully, I am going to do this. I am going to be physically strong enough. Now, I've been physically strong enough to take care of myself. It's just a matter of going all day. That's the point that I haven't been able to reach yet. You know, as long as I'm home and I can sit down, I can get up and go for an hour or two, as long as I can sit down and rest a bit. But I've been perfectly fine with that. I just can't seem to go a long time. But we're going to defeat this, especially with the spring. I'm so looking forward to the spring coming, because the getting outside and doing things plays a huge role in our health and everything that we do. So if you're not getting out, get outside. Get outside. Look at God's creation. Try to pay attention to the blessings that He has around you. He loves you. He cares for you. And I'll tell you, one of the best things that you can do is care about those people that don't care about you. I mean, think about what Christ did on the cross. He looked down at all those people that hated Him, that cursed Him, that beat Him, whipped Him, and nailed Him to that tree. And He raised His head toward heaven and said, God, forgive them, for they know not what they do. That changed my life. It can change yours. Read the story below and see what shadows of heaven you can find. Love you, everyone.